Hey guys, good afternoon. This is at the last minute. I was hoping perhaps someone could test with me. I sent them a link, but I don't know what's late in Switzerland, but I don't think it's sleeping time. So I did this at the last minute. Hi. I couldn't work last night. I couldn't do a show last night. I had no content. Um, I was dying. I have been the compost queen, and I'm doing things I absolutely have no business in doing with bulging and herniating discs. So I'm taking a day of rest, and I thought, well, why the hell not? Just come on here for a little bit. And I sent the link to Larry, who is in Switzerland, who's going to be a guest. He's got a whole presentation. I'm not ready to do that yet today, but I thought, well, let's come on. I do have an article that it's from Medium, I might use because it it has a lot to do with what I've been thinking about kindness and beauty and so much of the ugliness that surrounds us. And I do want to shout out to Lorna Ray, who says she's here, and she's from the UK. And I want to tell Lorna Ray that I am going to be using her music for Environmental Coffee House with her permission. She makes absolutely beautiful music. I did not have anything prepared for today, but stay tuned, guys. I'm hoping that we're going to have something beautiful on Friday's show from Lorna Ray, who is a beautiful individual in the UK and has an angelic, beautiful voice and writes prolific words. So thank you. I am looking forward to all of that. I know that we don't have a lot of people with us right now because I didn't plan it. But hi, Gary. Hi, Kay. Hi, Early Love. Hi, Steven. So I didn't come on to spend the entire time bitching and moaning. I know what you see behind me is an old picture of my garden. I don't even think it's from this year. I don't know if oh yeah, it is from this year. It is. Okay. The beds are not done. The irrigation system is not done. And that is I had one in there for like 6 years, and it got clogged with iron from the second well on this property. So I had to get rid of those hoses, which I probably told you about in some of my disabled, able gardener videos. And God, I am disabled today. Uh, so I'm waiting for the rest of the parts, Amazon, because I'm not driving to Home Depot or Belows. So they're going to be delivering shit in my neighborhood to other people, so they might as well deliver it here, save me mileage, gas money, and all that crap. Rationalization? Yes, I have a psychology degree. I know how to rationalize pretty much everything. So I don't know if Larry is going to come on with me. Let me see who's here. I know that I don't have a moderator here, so I'm looking at my stuff. Hi, Forest Dweller. I think I see you somewhere in here, but my chat seems to be behind. Maybe there's a lag during the day. I see Honey Bunny's here. Hi, sweetie. I see you and Suzanne, and it's great to see you. But why is my thing running behind? I don't know. It's really running behind. I thought, yeah, I see Forest Dweller, but why isn't he showing up in my chat? Hey, you hate us tree hugging hippies. He doesn't. He's a badger and little wildlife and cute little critter hugging person over there on the other side of the world. Hello, Dragon Tail. So there is a lot going on, and I look at the news, I don't watch like obviously mainstream shit. And lately I have been basically listening to gardening videos and hydroponics videos and herb videos and green stalk videos and irrigation system videos. Today I watched PBS. I did stop for that and sit down because they did one on wet bulb temperatures and they do pretty good stuff. Oh, I see you now. I see you now, Forest Dweller. Cool. Um, yeah, he's got a cute little channel and his critters are just so cute. One of these days I'm going to rip his videos and make a video out of them. And that's another thing I'm saying that I probably won't do, but I'd like to do. But I'm a terrible procrastinator. And that's, I try not to have that be my fault. So, Lorna Ray, thank you. Look, I'm going to put her name up there. Lovely Lorna Ray. Wait till you hear the music, guys. And also, you want your tarot cards read and you're into horoscope? Dragon Tail Tarot. She's here, Ariel. Definitely. So it's good to see you guys. All right. So I'm not keeping you all day. I'm going to just take a little peek over to see if Larry got my message and he in Switzerland. And no, I don't see he did. So I guess he's not going to test with me. He's going to send me. Oh, aren't you so generous? We could make a donation to a wildlife rehabilitation. Maybe. I like that. That's what I do. I never have any extra money, but that's the kind of shit I do. If I do have extra money, sometimes I'll give to some other content creators, but I'm an animal person. So, you want to visit? Well, Kim's not here. I did send her the link, but she has a life, and I just decided to do this at the last minute. And it really only takes me like 10 minutes to set up anymore because I finally learned how to do scenes and sound effects. Yeah. And my Stream Deck is kind of set up, the technology. Let me see. But I have to look at it closer because I can't see anything. What is this? Okay. Let's see what this one is. I got to change them around, though. I think we're getting bored with all those sounds. We have the magical thinking. Yeah, we're getting bored with the toys. And I'm not in here enough because sitting down for a long time fucking kills me. I had these MRIs done. I knew I was messed up. It just solidifies I have to live my life a little bit differently, which means hire more kids in the beginning. But anyway, with that irrigation system, once that shit comes, I don't have to do this every year. And Ilona, who is my guest from Norway, she asked me why I don't have raised beds. And I said, well, these are raised when I raise them up and I plant everything. Can you imagine? Hey, Kim, she's here. She's barely having her first coffee. Well, welcome, Kim. I'm glad you're here. So anyway, what she said was raised beds. And I was like, yeah, I would love to have in each of my 7 rows 2 raised beds in each one. That would be 14 beds, right? Take the soil that I have cultivated, cared for, and loved for about 7 years now in there and put it into the beds. But that costs money. I'm not a builder, and I don't have a convenient husband anymore, although it was inconvenient. We're not going there. It would be my Amish neighbors maybe, but that's a lot of work and money I don't have, especially since my house is falling apart everywhere else. And I think most people understand, but I'm not complaining because I have a place to live. I'm not in a homeless encampment. I'm not, I'm lucky, blessed, privileged, all those things you want to say, I am. And even with the pain I suffer, and let me tell you guys today, it sucks. Okay. This is definitely not a good day. I'm not out there behind me. I have 3 beds to finish with the compost and the 1 bag of soil. And, once it's lined and the irrigation's done, planting is like nothing. That's easy. I lay on a yoga mat and I plant. And another thing this year that's really bothering me is my greenhouse is totally screwed up. The beds, nothing's taking, but everything inside my dining room is just growing like crazy. So I started to take out all the flowers. I did flowers this year inside because I usually buy them and decide. And now it's going to be swapped if the shit doesn't germinate in the greenhouse because now it's hot or cold. I mean, the temperature gradient has been so bad in there, and I just have this big fan, for that irrigation. But I've tried flowers, so I'm hardening them off now. So that's the bring them out, bring them in, and don't shock them. And then I have hydroponic ones, and what are you saying, Forrest? Get this, Gorilla Gardener, 1 million plants growing now, many destroyed, but many more do not live. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is that something we have to look up? Because, there is, I mean, today Jackie wrote me and she said she thinks the bird populations are crashing, and I'm outside every day, and I don't see nearly the birds. I usually have 10 nests under my deck, and I don't see any birds yet, and I've only seen one bee, although I don't have enough flowers out there. I don't have any flowers. Nothing seems is happening fast. Everything is a month behind schedule. So, yeah, hi, Fun P. The hydroponics, I have those. And I'm already I have 4 of them inside. But remember, they're power centric. Although I'm pretty lucky because I have 4 hydroponics. I have grow lights. I have all kinds of shit running on electric. And it was $59 for the bill this month. So let's drink to that. Mm-hmm. Listen, it got warm out and I'm still wearing a hoodie. Look, I'm wearing another YouTuber's hoodie. Yes, I have. I haven't set them up yet because, again, I have to pay attention to what's in them so I don't poison hummingbirds. And I have, I take on way more than I should, really, probably. And that's my problem. I think it's a way of dealing with the clusterfuck we live in and seeing what we see every day. And especially those of us, we follow the science of our climate and our seas and the AMOC and the jet stream and the Arctic and what's melting. And then, then there's politics and the ugliness and the angriness and in the United States, the war against women and all of these things, the shootings, the guns, the fighting over it. Did you know in Serbia, which is going to be a hard road to hoe, Serbia's president after that last shooting said, that's it. And that wasn't anything compared to where we are. But he's going to have a fight on his hand because Serbia, I think, is even more armed per capita than the United States. We may have more guns, we may have more people, but we certainly do not take the cake in violence, and that's a very violent country. So the president, but he said, that's it. I think they're going to stop manufacture. I don't have anything pulled up. I don't have anything pulled up. This was kind of the last minute. So look, I'm amazed that I could draw in 21 people totally out of, and I'm live on Twitter and Facebook. I'm such a draw. Yeah. Uh-huh. I got something in my teeth. Now I'm smiling. I'm all paranoid. I've been eating stuff right out of that hydroponic garden, and I do my teeth before I did this, silliness, but I think we're all kind of crazy in a way. So, okay. And then I hear it's hard to get that first lawn mowing in. Okay. Do you know that it is no mow May? And I'm not. It's going to be a bear if I do, but it's no mow May. And Obsolete Optics sent us that in our Twitter Discord chat, which actually there's some people that are in there every day. And he pretty well runs that. Obsolete Optics is in the Discord. Jonathan O is in Facebook, and I have that queued up. And I could actually queue up the Discord and show you. Oh, sweetheart. All right. Well, you go. Yeah, edible. I've got nasturtium flowers to eat. They're edible. Everything edible. Everything's hopefully. And I've changed. I mean, I'm like feeling better because I've changed some of my dietary habits to the better. So, well, that's what he said, Fun P. It was the don't mow. I'll see if I can pull it up. Here's the Discord. Let's see. If I can pull it up. I'm going to pull it up and let's see if I can show you. I'm not sure. Let me see. Can you see it? All right, let's see. There it is. And I got to do this. All right, let's go down here. Um, let's go down to it and let me see if I can find the, they should see that. The Don't Mow May. Oh, everybody, like, we are not. Can you see it? It's kind of small, but this is the Discord. It's a pretty busy one. Um, where is his? Oh, I know where it is. We have everything gardening thread, and let's see. Let me see what he said. Somebody was talking about pools. Oh, there's a lot of nice things. It's not just me. It's other people. Trev B6 shares his stuff, and I don't know how big I can make this. Actually, I don't think I can make it much bigger. I don't know. Let me see. I doubt it. All right. Well, do your best to look. I'm looking for that meme that he put up. Max always puts in pretty pictures in there. Yeah. And look at the lilacs at Max's place. Look how gorgeous that is. Oh, my God. Oh, I love it. But now how do you shut it? Okay. No, I lost it. God damn it. I lost Discord. Okay. And I'm looking for No Mo May. We're going to find. Where is it? This is my insides. I send everybody my pictures of shit that I'm doing. And then Kent, he transplanted things. But this is back in April. This is afterwards. Look. Oh, they're doing really well. All right. I know I'm going fast. But I cannot find the No Mo May. Shit. From Obsolete Optics. Trev wants to get a little baby pool. And there, my compost video that is, oh, here it is. That has rendered me disabled as fuck. Yes, excuse the language. So here's No Mo May. And you can see this. The house on the bottom is one of those typical, maybe Australian, maybe American, suburban kind of houses. And then in the middle, you see that the grass is growing a little longer. They're letting their beds fill in a bit. And then you can see the corresponding insects next to them. And so the more you grow in, the more insects. So I decided, even though last year I did my crop or crap circles or whatever, I'm turning this back. I'm turning this off. Yeah. So you could see the crop circles, big crop circles. Yeah, let's see. Oh, saw an article headline the other day indicating the No Mo May thing may be wrong. Didn't read it. I don't know. All I know is he put this up, and I already mowed in end of April, but I had it mowed because I didn't know when Sean and Warren are coming, and now it's not until July, and that's why I'm in this pickle of the work I have to do, but I still have the helpers. I put that video up on Facebook. You like me during the day, huh? I kind of like doing this. Kind of fun. Yeah. But, all right. You want to know about hydroponics? I just learned. Our wonderful listener, Katie Shin, KS, sent me 4 different hydroponic systems. And I think I had the pictures up, but it's a learning curve with everything. It's a learning curve planting them. It's a learning curve with the what kind of seedlings go best. I've already grown tomatoes. I've grown big things that had to be transplanted. I just seeded this morning the last one with all herbs. I did lemon ball, I think it's called, dill, and marjoram. Only 3. And we'll see how that one comes up, because the one I have in my living room I'm eating from has kale, spinach, and lettuce. And the lettuce I already finished. And I think it's not the kind that you can cut and that it'll grow over hydroponically. I don't think so. I'm just learning all this. Well, she sent these to me, sweetheart. And I know it's power intensive. I'm just learning. I had 4 of them. I did an unboxing video, and I'm an outside girl, but you know what? If this can give me vegetables, and I look at it like this, they're carbon-free vegetables, because where I live, like I tell everybody all the time, we don't burn any carbon. It's hydroelectric from Niagara Falls. We have no burning carbon in my area. Anyway, without solar panels and the minerals and all that stuff that's already existing. So anyway, if I could just use it and see if it works for the winter, then I never have to leave to get a vegetable because I'm still going to grow everything that I can, even if my seeds are for shit. I now know I'm successful with flowers this year. But getting back to Lorna Ray with hydroponics, these are, you plug them in, they have automatic lights, they have timers, you just use some nutrients, which I'm not using the nutrients that came from the box. I have something else I use. Um, and then you just watch them and you practice. So the one I had in my kitchen, well, I had two in my kitchen. One I had is not working, and I'm working with the customer service people, and I sent them a little video about what's wrong with it. And it's kind of cute. Maybe they'll send me another one, but I mean, I have four, and they are very nice. So, yes, that's what I'm going to see. And I'm going to see what the best things I can do. This new one I planted with herbs. The other ones were vegetables. The other one that broke, which I don't know why, just doesn't want to work. Had tomatoes and basil, and I've transplanted that. One of the basils lived. Everything is an experiment, including what catastrophe has befallen in my greenhouse again. And I'm going to end up probably going up to my favorite place. It's only open till June, and getting her starts because it's going to be too late. I've got potatoes to put in the ground, and I'm growing everything I'm growing this year is what I can or make. And last year I had wait a minute, it's not suitable for me. Well, we got to talk on an email then. You're the mother of all hydro and hydroponics. It's not. Well, I'm not growing my sativa that way. I'm pretty good at that. Last year, indica. And no, I don't need to, Kim. I know it's not federally legal, but in New York State, you can grow like 6 plants. And last year it was indica. It's always an experiment for me. And no, do not. Oh, my goodness. Well, we're going to write. You're going to have to write me an email and give me express things unless you want to come on my show. I've tried to get Forest Dweller on this show for 5 years. But, hey, we never know. Hi, Patty P. So you can grow 11 there. That's cool. I don't even need to grow that much. Do you know, I gave up most of it away. I mean, it's like friends, here, Christmas, have Merry Christmas, that kind of thing. Happy birthday. My voice. If I smoke too much, I lose my voice, and then you couldn't hear my lovely New York twang that I can't leave, even though I haven't lived down in anywhere near the vicinity of New York City since 1993. So I have that twang. But let's see. Patty, you're home now. You were driving. That's cool. I kind of like this time, but usually I'm outside dirty in this weather. And last night, oh, God, I'm feeling a little bit better now that I'm doing this with you. I wish goddamn Larry had read my email. Oh, he'll go with me. Wait a minute. Hang on. Let's see what he says. I'm going live if you want to. All right. I sent him the link. Hang on, guys. I'll show you what we're doing. That way. Okay. Larry. Why isn't it working? Larry. Well, Larry, if you're watching, just give me, get on that link. I have a whole screen set up for you. Just put that link on and see if it works. Just see if it works. Are you listening, Larry? I don't see you in the chat. I'll write to him through the phone. Obviously, it's not working. That would be cool if he joined us. I'll just tell him, just click the link. Oh, maybe he didn't see it. Larry, are you there? Click the link. Well, it's probably maybe he's sleeping. I think it's Switzerland. I don't know. What is it, 9:30? Larry, get it together. He's going to be pissed because we get it tested. I've done what is it, Zooms with that whole group of scientists. I was going to, I can't follow through. I was going to help them, but it's hard for them to all get together to have these meetings about the Antarctica. Jim Mass is in that one, and it's, right. Well, I didn't, but they were a gift. And so far, I know that I could have done it with, the cracky method with a bin. Oh, there's so many things to do, but I'm learning. And it was so sweet. And when somebody sends you a gift, you want to be really you want to be thankful. And I want to show you something else, guys. Maybe I can upload this. Let's see. Let's see if I could drop this in, and I'll show you another thing that got sent to me. I'm spoiled because people are so sweet. I used to be the one that, oh, it's canceled. I can't airdrop it because I have too much shit open. Oh, well, anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a bunch of, I'll show you guys another time. It's a bunch of the cutest. I don't think you can see it on here. I don't think so. Can you see it? No, oh, there it is. They are all kinds of flavors of balsamic vinegar, and they're just beautiful. KS. She spoils me, which is cool. Yes, I like it. Some people can make cash donations to the channel, and she makes Sandy donations to my self-worth and self-esteem and feeling loved, which is kind of cool. So anyway, all right. So I have been a half an hour, and should I read the pièce de résistance, which is about, well, it's not about gardening. You have some tubes you put little plant pots in, holes, and pump water through, but I haven't tried them. Well, when you do, take a few pictures. Lorna, I'm looking for everybody to start sending me their pictures so I can make the Disabled Able Gardener sharing series, not just all my shit, all of your shit. Unapologetic Vegan, she does amazing things. Max sends me pictures. Environmentalcoffeehouse@gmail.com. I'm making a folder, and this I do. I follow through on this. I definitely follow through on this. So, hi, A. BNC, you're over there. Where are you? You're in the Netherlands, right? It's so nice to see you. Well, then why isn't Larry on? God damn it. Well, whatever. So, Lorna, share. And I can't wait to play Friday night Lorna's song. And I am going to work on this. And Vegematic, your graphics and your videos are just so wonderful. I haven't even gotten into AI yet. And Vegematic's channel, if you haven't subscribed, go over and subscribe and watch his stuff. He has been doing all this stuff, and he is a graphic artist. I mean, Vegematic is a filmmaker. He is a graphic artist. And this is what he looks like. So for him to be playing around with AI, he's not afraid of it, to be playing around with graphics because it only enhances what you're doing, I suppose. Was the aeroponic and hydroponic developer of the Dutch cannabis. I recommend you do not try it, just use soil. I do. Soil, baby, and I love making soil. I love making soil. My back does not like sifting it or lifting the screen or doing any of that shit, but hey, it is what it is, right? Everything I do is probably to divert myself from the clusterfuck of the world, which probably we all do. But anyway, back to Vegematic. Go to his channel, see what he's been doing. I'm in awe. But I did have a question for you, Veg. If all this stuff is already happening, do I even have to learn Blender? Because I'll never learn it. I don't have time. Blender is a software program to create graphics of your own and all this stuff. It uses geometry, and I'm really spatially ignorant. And so because I'm spatially ignorant, I have never learned it. I want to learn a lot of things, and it's like, I'm only one person. And sometimes I get so frustrated because I really need a back, I can lift I could do so many things. I just can't lift. And so everything I've lifted the last few days, maybe it blew my discs out. I don't know. I don't know if they were already, but I sure as fuck feel like it. And when my friend Judy at Environmental Coffee House tells me that I'm going to be in a wheelchair, holy shit, that's a little scary. And I don't want to be in a wheelchair. So, all right, Veg, did you tell me yet? You're addicted to, I can't eat. Nope, no more sugar. I quit sugar 100%. Sugar sneaks in everywhere. 2 weeks, I have been doing so great. So great. I feel so much better that way. I gave up a lot of crap that was hiding in my diet and kept me fat. And for 3 years, going through corona panic and divorce and all that, I just like, put on a lot. So I am on my way down. And so we can all track ourselves together that way too, um, which is cool. Let's see. So forget ice cream, although ice cream is my favorite thing on the planet. And so I have to stay away from it. And no, no, we don't want a wheelchair because it certainly isn't going to be my kid coming over to wipe my ass. She's not that kind of kid. Oh my God. So you developed the barge root systems with sprayers, moisturizing roots, and you still recommend growing in soil? I like soil, but I'm going to use the hydroponics, Forrest, because she gave them to me. Okay, blender is hard. AI is really quick and easy. So I think for me, that's probably good just for now. All right, Fun P. You wanted to know? All right, I'm not going to put them up on the screen, but really quickly, not to be a victim because I'm not. I have what is it? This is just in my neck. I mean, there's a whole look at wait, you can't see it. The findings just in my neck. And by the way, Larry, who's going to be my guest about something else, is a chiropractor. Did I tell you that? And I have disc osteophyte, hypertrophy, spinal canal stenosis, foraminal disc bulging, all kinds of shit. And then the lower back, it isn't any better. Disc bulging and a disc protrusion and spinal canal stenosis and fuck this and fuck that. I have it all. And I do everything anyway. I just can't lift. Can't lift anymore, guys. And I don't want it to come down to whether or not I can do the show or that. I want to be able to do everything. So what happened with Rich and Alora, the kids that helped me, she finished my rock garden for me in the front this year, this little rock garden. And her boyfriend who put my orchard in with me last year came over with her, who I love. She's 19 and she's got the brains of a 30-year-old. And they mulched. Remember where you guys were concerned about my my garden, my trees in the rock garden? I don't know. See, I don't think I can't download right now for some reason. It just doesn't want to. I don't know if it's going to come. Let me see. Maybe it will. If it comes, oh yeah, it did. All right. You guys, I know you were saying that. Let's see if this comes right up in here. I don't know if it will. Oh, look. Okay, so they came over and did that. And you can see where I did mow, and I've been picking up some of that stuff to put in my compost. But they did this, so everybody's kind of happy. Yeah, I was so happy and so grateful. I don't know why that other picture wouldn't come up. So happy and so grateful. That's the biggest apple. They're all fruit trees, and So let me give you a little secret again of money I want to spend, but I don't have. I went to the landscaping place when I was out yesterday because I had to go to the hospital for that MRI yesterday for my back. And I could not believe the results were back in like 2 hours, right in my inbox. Holy shit, I don't even need a doctor. And I looked at trees. My next door neighbors put a big ass ugly fucking trailer right along the property line. And a fence would be nice, but I can't afford. So I'm looking at cherry trees. What I really want, I want a weeping willow in the front of the yard. I don't want it to impede my vision of the garden, but I want it in the front of the yard. I have so much land. I want a weeping willow, and I want a cherry tree to put along the driveway. And, what I want and what I could afford, and then who's going to do it because Rich is working. So, it's hard to ask these kids to help me. But that would be a dream to have the weeping willow in the front and then a couple of the like cherry, like beautiful foliage, something with beautiful foliage along the driveway so I don't have to see their ugly shit anymore. they're fine, but that's what they do. They park their trailers where I could see them. You love weeping willows. Me too. Should I have a weeping willow fundraiser? No. By the way, I'm having a big party here in Western New York in August, and Kim is going to try to come out. So, okay, what? Aspirin, weeping. You're telling me something negative about something I don't want to hear, even though I love them. Yeah, hi, climate teacher. Oh my goodness. Well, I have to do more research because look, I don't have the money to get the tree anyway. But I did go and I walked around, and it's a local place. And yeah, that's good for you, isn't it? I drink white willow bark tea. In fact, that's what's in here right now. Mixed with my mushroom shit. Changes my tongue color, the mushroom stuff. Yes. Well, mine aren't in the greenhouse. I'm telling you, if I can't get that greenhouse to work better as far as the temperature swings, I swear to God, I don't want it to be just as, now I get what you were saying. Yes. Now I get it. I get it. Kay, you grew up in an apple orchard. Oh, that's fantastic. This is fun. I'm so glad that I'm here with you guys, and, quality over quantity, unannounced. Let me see. Strawberry cream cheese on a bagel. No more bagels for me. No, 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 no. Willow even helps with toothaches. Yeah, it's actually pretty good, but I watch how much. I mean, I drink low acid coffee, for God's sakes. I try to mitigate things. I keep thinking, if something happens to me, who's going to take care of my 6 cats? Gotta outlive them. And now I know that sounds weird, but I had wonky blood work and it scared the shit out of me. So I decided to change everything. And in 2 weeks, all my numbers that I test at home are perfect. So I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I have a lot of responsibility. And I really don't want to shit can the channel. And sometimes I think about it because I think, can I keep doing this? Every show that I do, that we do, except for today was easy because I had most of it set up. But, I've, it's only taken me 3 years to learn the software, and I don't even know everything. It's a lot of work because it's the research, it's the articles, it's the graphics, it's making it a truly entertaining and educational show. And then Jennifer comes in and she does her part, and I enjoy doing it. I love doing it. And I think the Vegematic understands. He does recorded stuff, but we just love the creative outlet of this. And I love using pictures and graphics and all of that and making videos. And I just want to get better at it. So possibly the AI might be, yeah, thanks. I know I bitched about it on another live stream. I got scared to death. So I don't want to be that American fat slob that has diabetes. Sorry if anybody has diabetes. I don't. I have nothing except for this lousy back. Makes me question if I have the autoimmunes because I got off almost all the medicine that they were hawking me on. I'm pretty well medicine free except for the pain meds. That's a whole other issue, which I actually have the activists' new report that I might do a show on my other channel, Sandy Blue Ocean, because it's more political than this. Because if I was to go off on what's going on politically in the United States and maybe even everywhere, it would not be a beautiful day today. We're having a much better time just enjoying that you guys are here, like Gary, and that, Kim is here, and yeah. Well, I'm only doing 2 a week. I mean, that's about the limit. Yeah, all the software shit. Yeah. I love my shows with Jennifer too. I do. Ilona wants to come back, and I'm going to bring her back. Ilona, we have to record them, though, because of the time difference. She's just so young and energetic, and, even I'm happy to have her. And Antonio will come back. Nicholas is finishing his PhD in disaster management. He did his last coursework. So we have nothing but amazing things to see Nicholas do. And disaster management is where it's at because it's helping people and helping animals and helping communities. So Let's see. Hey, hon. Apple orchards. Me too. Acres and acres of apples, about a half-mile bike ride away from home. Late summer, had soft as a snowball apple fights too. Good excuse to jump into the creek like willows. I want a weeping willow. I don't, I'm going to go price it. And I already asked them if they have somebody that could put it in. If the kid that helped me, he's 28 actually, and he just had his birthday, but that helps me can't do it because he's working full time. And, people have lives. And my daughter lives far away and has her life. So it's not like I'm just going to whine about that. And Sam came and it rained. And he was really pissed off because if the weather hadn't been so shitty and if the parts would have come, my irrigation would be done and the beds would be lined and I would be planting already. Okay. No more bitching. No more bitching. Yeah, Veg loves making videos almost as much as making paintings. It's exhausting to keep up with, but you're an artist. And I have the utmost respect for your talent and your wit and your wisdom, Vegematic. I love you, and you're blessed because you have another half, Trish, that loves you, and you have that love in this world and it's in this life. Be grateful for that. So what else is going on out there? Hey, Alan, Rollins Switch is here, but I saw you somewhere. Where are you? I missed it. Oh, shit. I missed you. Hey, hello. Okay, it was fun to have lunch with you. Got to go back outside. I get you, honey. I get you. Me too. Hello. Your grass. Yeah. Well, you send me pictures. Oh, my God. Ron the Switch sends me the most beautiful pictures of where he goes and where he lives. Just beautiful. I told him that I would make a little video with his stuff. So when I do the disabled able gardener, everybody else's version, I'm going to add in and maybe a little extra blush. It's good for you. You do good work. And, I don't know. Like I said, I watch Vegematic's videos twice. They're short enough. He doesn't do live like this where he just blabs. And they're short enough. And they're so beautifully visually, the aesthetics are beautiful. All right, I'm going to. In the willow species, you should know which part of the bark is best to use. The weeping willow has a high content of salicine, so it is a good one to trial around. Well, guess what? You just talked me into it. I'm saving up my pennies, even if my bathroom shower doors are falling in on me half the time. Even if my I need a roof. The back door in the laundry room won't open because that's falling off the whatever the hell. But I want a weeping willow. And I think that life is more important than a stupid goddamn set of shower doors, which if it really gets bad, I'll put up a rod. Oh my God. All right, guys. So I don't know if you're interested in this article. Are they pricey? Well, I've seen them all the way up to $179, but the one I saw for $179 was local and it was already like very tall and would start growing with the proper care pretty quick. And I have something to say where I might have a little extra, but not much. I paid off my vehicle, never to buy another one. This one is sufficient. I don't go anywhere. So I also use my rationalization mode and say that, well, if I go somewhere once a week, I'm using blah, blah, blah gas, but I can drag a lot of crap around. It's a pickup truck, but I'm not going everywhere. Back when I bought it, it was kind of like a team decision because I was married then. And, but it's done. So only to turn around and have to pay the IRS in New York State $100 a month each because of my long-term disability settlement, which was shitty. And I've told you all that story and I got screwed, but the billionaires get away with murder and I'm not. It really seems wrong. I might write a letter to the IRS in New York State and tell them that I think that it's really wrong that I have to pay these piddly taxes back. Yeah, it sucks. But that's our system. Just everything for people that have everything, and and I am, for all intents and purposes, lower middle class. I live on Social Security disability, and that's it basically. And what you guys are generous enough to donate to the channel that helps me keep the channel. Yeah, there you go. I screwed up my life in many ways, and I've said that a million times. I've owned up to my mistakes, and it's easier to do that than be a person that blames everybody else for everything when I made all the decisions, right? You know? And I think also my kid is learning not to make the mistakes that I made, and she has a different world. She's 34. She's the same age as Ilona Upit from Norway. And did you guys like her and her t-shirt? It was so cute. I love her. I'm bringing her back on. She's so refreshing. Oh, hi, Giant Curve. Oh, absolutely. I saw that story when it first started, and there was a really hilarious comment on it. I don't have it pulled up, but yeah, somebody dumped 500 pounds of pasta. It wasn't really mysterious after they found out that somebody's parent died and their parents were pasta hoarders, and the guy didn't know what to do with it. So he thought, well, it's pasta, I'm going to dump where other people dump things, and he dumped it in the woods in New Jersey. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I wish if I had known you were going to say that, I would have had something prepared. I don't, and I don't feel like messing around with preparing, but yes, it does. I thought about that too, Kim. If I had not retired from the Research Foundation, I would never know all of you. I wouldn't live here. My life would be completely different, and I think that I'm pretty happy with the life I have, despite, I don't know if that's healthy or not. I really don't know if it was healthy to give it to them. But it was a funny story. It was an odd story. People were joking about the pasta was, there was bodies buried. They found the body of angel hair. Somebody, people have creativity out there. Put it that way. They sure do. So, all right. So let me tell you what this article is called in case you're interested. I am not sure if you are. Let me see. It kind of went with what I was thinking, but I don't know. It's kind of sort of uplifting, and it talks to things that are happening today. And I am very bye, Forrest. I know you live all the way out there. I think you're in the Netherlands. So it was on Twitter. Phoebe Bernard had linked it, and maybe this is a good way to end, but I don't know if it's too political. Does it look like something you want me to read, or should we just say, hey, toodaloo, and it's been a day? I'll start it. All right, because I have a real problem with what is happening in the United States anyway, and you all know that since I had my American Evangelical video taken down, and I am I'm not religious, at all, but dear church, I'll do it. I'm going to do it. We'll end with it. It's not that long, and it is a beautiful day. Hi, Nadia. So it's me, Jesus, your personal Lord and Savior. You may remind me from such hits as Love Thy Neighbor, Turn the Other Cheek, and hey, stop being jerks. Okay, I just made the last one up because, well, hey, I'm Jesus. I'm writing to you today because, let's face it, you're really letting things go off the rails lately. I know. You're a bit surprised that I'm not congratulating you for faithfully administrating your Christian duties by scaling back the rights of the LGBTQ community, denying health care to women, and grumbling about the cancellation of student debts. You probably expected me to give you a pat on the back for being vocal about your political opinions and using your religious beliefs to justify them. But the truth is, you've gotten so caught up in congratulating yourselves on supposedly being my chosen people and excluding everyone you think is not, that you have completely lost sight of what it means to follow me. I gave you one job: to love one another. And what do? You waste your time arguing about who can and can't get married, whether women should be allowed to have leadership roles in the church, and whether or not it is acceptable to wear sandals with socks. Spoiler alert, it's not. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. I am the complete expression of love, yet I feel like some of you have lost sight of what the word love actually means. It doesn't mean loving people who look, think, and act like you. It means loving everyone, even especially the ones who are different from you. So maybe try to extend some love and compassion to those who don't share your beliefs or lifestyles instead of judging or condemning them. After all, I seem to recall spending quite a bit of time hanging out with people who were considered outcasts and losers by society back in my day: the sick, the disabled, the alienated, the poor. Let's talk about the poor for a minute. For some reason, you seem to think that people who are struggling are just lazy or undeserving. Newsflash: poverty is a systemic issue, not just a matter of individual effort. So maybe try showing some compassion and empathy instead of judgment and contempt. And here's an idea. Maybe spend a little bit of your coin on the poor instead of building more magnificent buildings and lining the pockets of your pastors. And this is me, Sandy, talking. Your pastors that are perverts. And I have so much material saved up. I am going to do a show on that. All right. Not all of them, obviously. Speaking of pastors, what is up with the whole celebrity pastor thing? Why do you feel the need to put these people on pedestals and worship them like they're demigods? They're just people, flawed and imperfect like everyone else, and yet you hang on their every word like they're the only ones with the answers. But here's the thing: they don't have all the answers. They're all just trying to figure out this thing out as they go along, same as the rest of us. And when you put your faith in these so-called celebrity pastors, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Because when they inevitably fall from grace, as they often do, your faith goes with them. I get it. Some of you are looking for guidance and direction in your spiritual lives. But let me tell you, putting all your faith in one person or even one organization is about as wide as building your house on a foundation of sand. Eventually, that house is going to come crashing down, and you'll be left wondering why you ever thought it was a good idea in the first place. So here's my advice. Think for yourself. Use that big, beautiful brain I gave you to question the things you're being taught. And if someone tries to use my name to justify their abusive behavior, tell them to take a long walk of a short pier. Speaking of abusive behavior, let's talk about your marketing tactics, shall we? I understand that you want to bring people into the fold. But some of the things you're putting out there are just plain cringeworthy. Come to church or burn in hell? Let's flush that. Really? Is that the best you can do? I mean, talk about fear-mongering. Is my love not enough? Is not enough? And what's with all the fire and brimstone preaching? Look, I didn't die on the cross just so you could scare people into following me. That's not how this works. I preached love and compassion. Man, I think the rest of this should have some nice music. What do you think? Should I put some music on? Okay, let's finish this up with a little music behind me. All right, so what's with all the fire and brimstone? Nobody wants to be followed out of fear. At least nobody that is normal. And that's normal. While we are talking about the fear, I've just watched another round of horrific news footage on CNN. Yes, that's my preferred news service. Okay, I have to stop here, guys. It is not my preferred news service. It is not any of ours. But I guess the guy writing this just wanted to make a little dig that it certainly isn't Fox, of people weeping, screaming, and fleeing for their lives while another person shoots at them with military-grade weapons. I just watched a 5-year-old get shot by a grown man with a gun so powerful it could mow down a whole battalion of soldiers in seconds. I wept. Pro-life, you say? Let those of you who claim to be pro-life be the first to lay down your weapons of death. I know some of you like to spout off about your God-given rights. Sorry, didn't mean to hurt your ears on that. But he who lives by the sword dies by the sword. Violence begets violence. We're very violent. So you might think owning a gun is the best way to protect yourself and your family. But let me ask you this. Is a gun really going to make you feel safe? Or is it just going to give you a false sense of security that will ultimately lead to more fear and violence? And by the way, I own 2 shotguns and they don't give me such a sense. They were both remnants of the prior marriage, put it that way. And one is really little. And I would give them in a heartbeat. So, one's a vintage old 1970s thing. Anyway, they're not what is happening in the United States. So the truth is, the only way to overcome fear is with love. And I'm not talking about some sappy, sentimental kind of love. I'm talking about a love that is fierce and unwielding and willing to stand up for what is right, even in the face of danger. I do not see a person with a gun as brave. I see a person confronting powerful lobby groups and saying, enough, that's brave. Still, I dream of a world where Christians would willingly lay down their weapons without the need for political intervention, simply because it's the right thing to do. And I think that's the United States. Maybe it's Serbia too, but they might have to lay down their guns. While we are talking about political intervention, let's talk about how you've been placing your trust in politicians. Remember, when all you rallied behind that guy who claimed to be chosen by God, and yet he had a history of cheating on his wife, lying to the American people, and inciting violence? Yep, I'm talking about it. I'm not saying the name. And yet many of you still proudly display his campaign signs and bumper stickers on your cars. Let me ask you this. How does supporting a man who embodies everything I stood against, greed, selfishness, and hate, align with your Christian values? Seriously, have you learned nothing? Time and time again, many politicians have proven themselves to be corrupt, self-serving, and downright incompetent. George Santos, does that ring a bell? That's happening. And yet you continue to put your faith in them, to believe that they have your best interests at heart. And all this stuff on Joe Biden, the verdict's out, so I'm not criticizing until I see the real data on what this supposed family thing is, because $2 billion to Jared Kushner from the Saudis is not $10 million, and I don't know what it is. And if it's Hunter Biden, it sounds like a bunch of crap, but I'm not defending. I just want to see what goes on. I'm not saying it's right, because none of it is. And I'm certainly, he's not who I would pick to run again. Anyway, so sigh. You don't need a politician to tell you how to love. Look, I know I'm throwing a lot at you right now, but I love you and I believe in you, my dear church, and I think there's hope. I see your flaws and your mistakes, but I also see your potential for greatness. So focus on the things that really matter, like love, compassion, and justice. And if you really want to follow me, maybe try actually doing the things I suggest instead of paying lip service to them. Anyway, one day I'll be back to set the thing straight. In the meantime, thank you for your potluck suppers, your beautiful music, and your unwavering devotion to the betterment of the world, even though you don't always get it right. Keep striving to be better, and I'll be right there cheering you on every step of the way. Yours in love and compassion, Jesus Christ, the real one, not the one you've been using to prop up your own agendas. And this was in the Backyard Church. It's not a blog, it's a real online community for people who have faith, but can't, don't, or won't go to church. So that was pretty good. Dan Foster. Let's see who Dan is. Dan, up. That's not what I wanted. That's his book, I guess. Dan, Limbo Land, Poems from the In-Between. All right, so interesting. I tend to like to migrate to atheist or middle of the road spiritual people. I don't follow anything, but well, I hope you like that. And I think it's a good way to end, to love and see. Hi, Jimmy, and see what you guys. We always have had Lao Tzu's, Jesus's, Buddha's, and so on. Free field to extrapolate. Yes, we have. We have. And we also have had proselytizing and, changing people by force all over the world for Christianity. I don't know if Buddhists did that. Um, Jesus was a dyed-in-the-wool doomer, a preacher of end times apocalypse who said that afterwards God would return to overthrow evil and establish his rule. Well, that's interesting. I'm glad you shared that. I am certainly not the biblical studier, so I would never pretend to be. So, hi, Billy Joe. When it comes to religion, pick the one you want to be the best you can be at and leave me the freak alone. There you go. That's where in the United States, at least, the proselytizing, well, they send missionaries all over the world to change people from their indigenous religions into Christianity. Yeah. And I'm not putting it down because all of the right wing says, oh, we are woke, anti-white, and anti-Christian. No, I'm anti-corruption. I'm anti-collection plate by these TV ministers that fly around on private jets that do healings and get these unsuspecting, very vulnerable people to come to their tent shows. And by the way, they're spewing political anger and horror stuff. And I will be doing my American Evangelical video over. And guess what? YouTube took it down, but it's still up in the live stream, so you can see it there. But I want to edit it, make it more shorter and succinct. Maybe that's something I'll do in the winter. All right, guys. Well, it's really good to see you. And Kim says, thank you for coming. Like and subscribe, share the page, and buy me a coffee. Yeah, let me get that willow tree. But that's really not part of the channel, unless you want to say that the Disabled Able Gardener is part of the channel, and that if I get the weeping willow and possibly the cherry tree or something beautiful to cover up that awful, horrible trailer that guy parks there, yeah, I might be dead by the time it's anything, but if I get a big enough one, well, you never know. Thank you, guys. I'm glad that I did this. It feels good. And now I'm going to go out to my back deck and I'm going to prepare the thousands of no, not thousands. I have I don't know, I'd say about 16 pots on my table I set up back there. And a month and a half, there's going to be a lot of flowered beauty here. I love you all. Thank you. Foggy. Hi, Foggy. Hi, Sandy. Having a good nature day here. A great white pelican down on the Tanacombe at home and burying a toad. Got a little vid of each. That's wonderful. Send me the vids. Do I grow berries? Strawberries are growing. I had blueberry bushes and they didn't make it. And that was about 4 years ago. Oh, sweetheart, she's been listening from the garden. I'd love to have a gardening channel, but I'm learning all the time. I'm not one that's going to teach you how to do it. You're going to learn with me through my mistakes and, my tears when plants die, because I do get really upset. I guess it's I'm an empath for plants. Listen, picking squash bugs off the squash upsets me sometimes. But you know what? Sometimes I think they don't deserve to live. Okay. At that, I love you guys. Thank you. I'll see you Friday night with Jennifer. I'm very, very happy that you all came. This was really, really super, super nice. Really super nice. And let me find a good something to play. I'll just, well, I don't know what I have to play. So I'm just going to play what I played earlier. All right, babies. Peace out. See you Friday. And if you pray, don't give me thoughts and prayers. Just think about my back healing quickly, like by tomorrow, so I can finish those beds and start getting stuff done. Thank you so much. It was really great to see all of you. And I've said it for like 10 minutes, so bye-bye. Oops. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot about this one. Shit, we didn't do it. I'm going to end with this really quick. Everything's going to be fine. Here, we'll have food for thought. Disclaimer, all we have to do is completely change our energy system, economic system, industrial system, agricultural system, political system, transport system, climate system, hydrological system, our thinking, behavior, and geopolitics. Totally fine. That's how we'll end. Completely forgot that one. That is how we will end. All right, guys. I love you. Yes, I do. All right, gotta turn them all off. Keep the love going. You're late, baby.